the statements, we have to answer the given questions. Statement 1 says that Rahul at present is 25 years younger to his mother. Statement 2 says Rahul's brother, who was born in 1964, is 35 years younger to his mother. That means from both statements, statement 1 and statement 2, we find that Rahul is between 35 to 25 years, means 10 years older than his brother, who was born in 1964. So Rahul was born in 1954. And by this, for all the options, we can see statement 1 is sufficient while statement 2 alone is not sufficient. Means only statement 1 is sufficient while statement 2 is not sufficient, means we cannot know that what is the year when Rahul was born. We have to see next option. Statement 2 alone is sufficient while statement 1 alone is not sufficient. Here they are saying is statement 2 is sufficient but not statement 1. But this is also not getting the year of Rahul born. Next option, option C, either statement 1 or statement 2 is sufficient. They are saying that or either 1 or either statement 2. This is also not sufficient. Option D says neither statement 1 nor neither statement 2 is sufficient. But we have to go through the option E. Both statement 1 and statement 2 are sufficient. To get the year when Rahul was born, we have to go through the option E. Both statement 1 and statement 2 are sufficient. This is the answer for the question. Both statement, by getting both statement, we can know that which year does Rahul was born. Rahul was actually born in 1954. Next question. How many children does M have? M is a character. We don't know either M is a male or a female. Statement 1, by getting statement 1 and statement 2, we can say that H is M. What is the, how many children are there in, therefore M? Statement 1 says H is the only daughter of X, who is the wife of M. And statement 2 says K and J are brothers of M. This says that from 1, we can conclude that H is the only daughter of M. But this does not indicate that M has no son. This information given is 2. Given in 2 is, statement 2 is immaterial. Because by seeing statement 1, H is the only daughter of X, who is the wife of M. By seeing only first statement, we cannot conclude that H is the only daughter of M. So, by for this answer is option A. Statement 1 alone is sufficient while statement 2 alone is not sufficient. They are saying that for statement 1 is enough for getting the information. It is not sufficient. For next, going through the second option, statement 2 alone is sufficient while statement 1 alone is not sufficient. They're saying that statement 2 is sufficient, but not if statement 1 is not given, means is that enough? But it is not true. By going to the option C, either statement 1 or statement 2 is sufficient. They are saying that either one or 2. This is also not true. By going to the next option, option D, neither statement 1 nor statement 2. We can say that even 1 is all, if 1 is also there, both 2 is also there, means it is sufficient for M. So, to know that M's how many children are there, we have to go through the option D. Neither statement 1 nor statement 2. This is the right answer for the question. Next, shall we move on to the next question?
How that D is the right answer? I didn't get that. Neither statement 1 nor statement 2 is sufficient. You just explained that. So the answer, you just explained this option D.
Option. Neither statement 1 nor statement 2 means M's, we have to know how many children are there for M. So statement one is saying that H is the only daughter of X. Here they are saying that H is a female and M is the wife of X. Means M is a male. And here K and J, they are saying that K and J are, they didn't given how many children, because they are asking how many children means only one or only two they have to say, but they both the statements saying that this is only one daughter and for M they are two brothers. So neither one statement one and statement two is not, both are not sufficient. Is that understood now?
Okay, Kavya.
Okay, let's third question. How is T related to K? Statement for this statement one says that R is a sister and sister of J, as married to T's brother L, who is the only son of his parents. And statement two says K is the only daughter of L and J. For this, from statement one, we know that L is a T's brother and J is a husband. T's brother and J's husband. Since L is the only son of his parents, T is a L's. By knowing this, we can know that T is a L's sister. And from statement two, we can know that K is a L's daughter. Thus, from statement both 1 and 2, we can conclude that T is a sister of K's father. That is, T is a female, T is a K's auntie. We can know that T is a K's auntie. So, going through the options, statement 1 alone is not statement 1 alone is sufficient, while statement 2 alone is not sufficient. This is saying that only one is sufficient, but not next. It is not true. Option B says statement 2 alone is sufficient, while statement 1 alone is not sufficient. Here they are saying statement 2 is sufficient for this data, but it's not true. Option C says either both statement 1 or statement 2 is sufficient, and it is also not true. But for this answer, neither statement 1 nor statement 2 is also not true. But its right answer is both statement 1 and statement 2 are sufficient. To know the relationship between T and K, between the relation, what we have to know is, by knowing the statement 1 and statement 2, we have to get the sufficient answer by getting the both statements and statement 2. This is the right answer, option E. Okay, next question.
1 second, Kavya.
Ma'am.
See here, all the students, listen here. Really, these problems are interesting problems. But I feel these problems are little bit difficult problems. One in the placement, in case of campus placement, in case of first round, you will be having at least 2-3 questions on this type of problems. That is the data sufficiency. Okay, so we have to tell the relationship between this type of relation, how T is related to K and all. Okay, see the problems are interesting problems, but these problems each problem will take 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes to understand and realize. Okay, so I think we have to practice it. Nangotu takshana fast agi idu artha agtide anta nange anistilla. I am feeling like that. I just ask somebody to repeat the same explanation. Yes, who is ready to repeat the same explanation for this problem? Kavya's third problem. Please. Yes. I have to take your name, sir. Neeve helala. Okay. Yes, Junaid is there, no? He celebrated festival yesterday. Yes. Yes, Junaid. Just go through this. You are there, no? In our explanation. Junaid. He's on hold. Chunai? Okay, Papa, ಕೇಳಿಸಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಯಾರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ. Okay, I'll call some other student. Mohima, Jansi, Makavya, GB, Priti, Kiran, Komal. One second. Yes, Omkar? Omkar is there. Yes, Omkar? Okay, ನಾನು ಕರೆದು yes, some other student. Yes, once again I'll ask Varma only. She will explain this problem. Aishwarya Varma?
Yes, ma'am.
Just go through this. Really, I am feeling very difficult to understand and analyze these problems.
Okay, ma'am. So by this problem, we can understand that K is the uncle for T, because J is the sister of R, who is married to T's brother L, and K is the daughter of L and J. So T is the uncle of K.
Is
So
that
by
answer
both,
correct? Yes, continue.
by
Here,
both,
actually,
both the so both the
Actually,
statements are
it is the-
sufficient for understanding this problem.
Okay, so she's telling that what is K is uncle of T.
No, ma'am. T is the uncle for K.
Okay, T is the uncle for K. Okay, so data
Ma'am, let me
sufficiency.
explain this again, ma'am.
Once again, Kavya. So Varma is telling that both statement 1, statement 2. Yes. Once again, Kavya. So Varma. Okay, mute. So Varma is telling that both statement 1 and statement 2 are sufficient to explain the relationship between T and K. Yes, okay, Kavya.
Hello.
Yes, Kavya. I think network is some problem is
Am I
there.
audible, ma'am?
No, your voice is breaking, Kavya. You just come outside or sit somewhere where the network quality is good.
Okay.
Yes, you are audible now. I think your voice is clear now.
Okay, ma'am. Let me explain again, ma'am, this question.
Yeah, please.
Okay. By knowing this statement 1 and statement 2, what it says means, from statement 1, we know that L is a T's brother. T's brother and J's husband. Means here we come to know that T is a female. Since L is the only son of his parents, T is a L's sister. And here also we can know that T is a female. And from statement 2, we know that K is a L's daughter. Thus, from statement both, from statement 1 and statement 2, we can know that T is the sister of K's father. Means T is a female, K's auntie. Did you got, ma'am?
So according to Kavya,
T is a actually a T. We can say that T is a female, ma'am.
Okay, I understood. So according to Kavya, T is female and T is the auntie for
Here it is
K.
showing, ma'am, in statement 1.
Okay, hope so. I'll continue. I'll not continue this explanation. So so it's better to go to the fourth problem. I'm just telling that. So what I wanted to tell that, see this, these problems are really interesting problem, but we will take much time. We will get confusion while solving these type of problems. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ confusion ಇರುತ್ತೆ because here the character names will not be there. Sometimes we need to identify whether the character T or P, so it is male or female, that we need to so that we have to identify whether it is a male or female. Then we have to tell the relationship between these two characters T and K. Okay, so I am feeling that these problems are a little bit difficult to understand and analyze. We will take much time. So please, all of you, try to solve these type of problems also by taking 1 or 2-3 days like that. Okay, last time ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ದೀಕ್ಷಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಲು, ದಿವ್ಯಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಲು, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋ ತರ ಇತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ಇದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೀಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಟ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್, ಬಿಟ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್, ನಾಟ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್. Okay, so Varma is telling that T is the uncle for K. Kavya is telling that T is auntie for K. Okay, so two different answers are there. So because of this confusion, please try to analyze these type of problems. Okay, Kavya, you can continue with the fourth problem.
Okay, for fourth question, B is the brother of A. How is A related to B? They are given that only B is a brother of A, and we had to know what is the relationship between A for the B. We don't know whether A is a female or male. We don't know. So by knowing statement 1 and statement 2, statement 1 says that A is the sister of C, and statement 2 says E is a husband of A. Means we B is A's brother. Means A is either brother or sister of B. We don't know that. Now each one of statement 1 and 2 individually indicates that A is a female. That means that A is a B's sister. Okay, for let's go through the options. Option 1 A says statement 1 alone is sufficient while statement 2 alone is not sufficient. This is not the means only one is not.
Is Kavya, what happened? Kavya? So I think network problem.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello,
audible now. Yes, you are audible now. Kavya.
Am I audible?
Continue.
Okay.
Yes, please continue.
Statement 1 alone is sufficient while statement 2 alone is not sufficient. This is saying that only statement 1 is sufficient, but it's not true. Hello.
Kavya, yes, please continue.
Hello,
you are audible.
ma'am.
Clear, yes, your voice is clear, completely clear. You can continue. You have muted yourself. Is Kavya?
Once again, one minute, ma'am. I'll go to another. Okay. Am I audible, ma'am? Hello.
Yes, Kavya. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Option B says statement 2 alone is sufficient while statement 1 alone is not sufficient. Here it's saying that statement 2 alone is sufficient. It is not true. It is saying statement 1 alone is not sufficient. For getting the relationship, we have to go through either option, because A is the sister of C and E is the husband of A. So option C is the right answer. Either statement 1 or statement 2 is sufficient. This is the right answer, option C. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kavya, and really your explanation was good. And your understanding ability, it is also really good. Actually, your friends told that you are interested in problems like state subjects, no? Not theory, you won't like, yeah, so it is explained by you. Really, it is a really good explanation. I'll just ask somebody to repeat the same problem once again, because I am not I have not analyzed these problems. ನಾನು ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಇದು, ನಾನು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇಳಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಕಾವ್ಯ ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋದೆ. So I have not analyzed. I just ask somebody to explain, repeat the explanation. Okay, Kavya, you can mute yourself.
Okay.
Is Divya third ISE?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please, can you repeat the explanation of this problem, fourth problem?
Yeah, ma'am, sure.
Yeah, please.
Here in this problem, they given B is the brother of A. how is A related to B? And they given the two statements here. First one, A is the sister of C. Uh, uh, First, we came to know that B is the boy, and we don't know starting A is a girl or boy. By statement one, we came to know that A is a girl because A is the sister of C. And also in the statement 2, E is the husband of A. Here also we came to know that A is a girl. So by considering any of the statements, statement 1 or 2, we came to know that A is the sister of B. So C is the answer. Either statement 1 or statement 2 is sufficient.
Yes, I understood now. Very clearly I understood. Only this problem I understood. ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ಬೇರೆದು ನಾನು ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಬಟ್ ತುಂಬ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತು ನನಗೆ. ಓಕೆ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ದಿವ್ಯಾ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಾವ್ಯ. ಸೊ ಕಾವ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ವಾಸ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಗುಡ್. ಹಾಂ ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು HOD ಓಕೆ HODs ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ರಂಜಿತಾ.
ಎಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಐಶ್ವರ್ಯ ಎಲ್ಲಿ? ಐಶ್ವರ್ಯ
ಎಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಐಶ್ವರ್ಯ ನಿಮಗೆ ನಿಖಿತಾ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಸೆವೆಂತ್ ISE
ನಿಖಿತಾ ನೋ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಓಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ? ಓಕೆ ನಾನು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. ಓಕೆ ನಾನೇ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಬಿಡಿ. ಓಕೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ ಐಶ್ವರ್ಯ, ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಎಸ್ ರಂಜಿತಾ.
ಎಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಒನ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ವೆಯ್ಟ್.
ಓಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ನಾನು HOD ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. 1 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್.
ಹಾಂ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
Aishwarya, you also share the link to HOD sir. Now once again, I think sir is once again you just share the link to sir, saying that you are the Ranjita is doing presentation.
Okay ma'am.
Okay, Ranjita, you there?
Yes ma'am.
Yeah, please you can start your presentation now. See, only 68 students are there. Please inform others to join now. Only 68 students are there out of 130 students. Okay, Ranjita, please start. I'll stop sharing now.
Okay. Ma'am, is my slide visible, ma'am?
Yes, Ranjita.
Ma'am, is my slide visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. Shall I start, ma'am?
Yeah, please.
Hello everyone. This is Ranjita from 5th SEM ISC. Welcome to this session. Today we'll be talking something about the presentation skills. Before starting my session, I would like you to imagine a situation. Like, have you ever at any point in your school or college faced a situation like your teacher or your lecturer asked you to give a presentation on particular topic in front of your friends? So how do you feel that? Do you feel that it as a challenging one? Or you feel like anxious? Or you get nervous? Or you feel like hiding under the bed and thought of never coming out again? So if you go through such feelings, here is the solution, because today we'll be talking in detail about how to make a presentation good and make a presentation more effectively. We'll see what is there in our agenda today. We'll be talking about what is a presentation skills you need, designing an effective presentation, types of presentation, do's and don'ts, and here comes the last conclusion. Well, these are the stuffs we are having in our store today. Well, I'm very excited because this is one of my personal favorite topics. So let's get started. A lot of people actually have a nightmare when it comes to giving a presentation in front of room full of people. It is not an easy task, I must say. Because an year ago, when I was giving a presentation for the first time, I was very nervous and I was completely broken down because of the fact that I should give a presentation in front of my friends. I felt like dizzy, I was very nervous, and my hands started to sweat. Well, this is the phenomena where most of the students will undergo, and they get a nightmare for giving a presentation in front of room full of people. And this is a fear of phenomena where this is one of the most challenging one in our today's society. So we have to overcome this fear and make ourselves comfortable in this society. Let us see what is presentation means. A presentation is a live mode of sharing information with an audience. It is a formal form of oral communication in which a person shares factual information. It is a slide form of PowerPoint presentation where you'll gather all the informations from different sources, put all together on a slide through PowerPoint, and place that in front of your audience. So this is what exactly the term presentation means. Next, we'll move towards presentation skills. Following are the 4 P steps that are included in preparing an effective presentation. We'll see what are those 4 Ps. Here comes the first: plan, prepare, practice, and present. Before starting your presentation, you should be having a proper plan. Like, what are the things that you are going to add in your slides, making the points, highlighting, etc. A proper plan is a must, and by this, the outcome of your presentation will be good. Next comes prepare. As soon as you have done the planning, you must start your preparation. Here, preparation means gathering the information from the different sources like Google, references, textbooks, magazine, etc. Practice. As you all know the proverb, practice makes man perfect. You must start practicing in front of a mirror. By doing this, you will come to know how your body language is, how your gestures are, and also if there is some mistakes in that means you can correct yourself. If everything is good means you can proceed. And also you can gather your family members and place the presentation in front of them. Even though by doing this you'll increase your confidence level, and this is what every time I do before my presentation. And as I have mentioned above, if you have done all these things means I'm damn sure that your presentation will be amazing. Next, we'll move towards designing an effective presentation. Less number of slides. Sometimes you will use the more number of slides. By doing this, students will not be interested in your concepts, like what you are delivering. Sometimes it may be get confusions in the students. So it is better to use less number of slides. Use single word or sentence or a pictorials and elaborate as you present. Instead of writing a paragraph or sentences, sometimes students may not be interested in reading all those things. Nowadays, students are much attracted towards these kind of animations. You can implement this in the animations and showcase in front of them. By this, interest will be in the class, and also the conveying skills will also be improved. Simple language. Jargon and slang should be avoided. The language used should be simple and understood by all. Abbreviated words should be only used after using the full form for the first time. Here you can see the example. This person is trying to tell something, but the audience are not able to understand his words. Sometimes what will happen is you are giving a presentation and you are from the one sector and audience will be from the different sector, and you are using the shortcut keys for the first time itself, then they won't be understand what your thoughts are going. So make sure that you use the full form first, and after that you can use the short form. One thought per slide. Cover a single subtopic in a slide. Do not overlap subtopic on the same slide. Here you can see the two images are there. One side they have shown the only the types of the presentation, but on the another side they have introduced everything from top to bottom, like introduction, body, conclusion, everything same slide. This is not that much comfortable than the previous image. So use a single topic per slide. A few images per slide. Adding too many images will causes confusion and distraction. The presenter and the audience may lose their flow of thought. As I said before, students are much attracted towards these kind of animations. If you use more number of images per slide, means they'll be watching those animations, and they'll be in their own fantasy world. So to avoid this, you have to use only one or maximum two animated images. Readable font. No one likes to strain their eyes while reading the content in the presentation. The size and the font type should be readable even from the end of the room while projected. Use italics and bold for emphasis. Using these kind of italics and bold, students will come to know that this is the important key point that I should note down, and they'll started to take down those points, and it helps for their future references. Now we'll move towards the types of presentation. Presentation types, it also depends upon the occasion. We'll see that one by one. First, here comes the formal conference, knowledge transfer, team meeting, and brainstorming. Here, formal conference means gathering of two or more people for the particular reason and achieve a common goal. You can decide whether you are going to use a podium or you will walk around the stage. If the number of audience is large and the room is wide, means then you can also use a microphone for your convenience. Even you can also use this remote controlling units to navigate your slides. Next comes knowledge transfer. Knowledge transfer is nothing but sharing your thoughts, your ideas in front of people. You will get some important inputs for solving the problems that are arised. It typically follows a classroom arrangement. Since audience are less, class can be controlled. Doubts are cleared if any, and by the end of the session, feedback will be collected. Team meeting. This is limited for the team members only. It is less formal setup, usually conducted on the boardrooms or any other private spaces. It is a presentation along with the discussion. Next here is the last, brainstorming. This is restricted only for the close group only. Brainstorming session involves a lot of discussion along with the presentation. You have to be prepared for the questions what they are going to ask and along with your ideas. These are the types of presentation what I have mentioned here, and I would like you to give a key point. Like while attending any of the presentation or seminar, Make sure that you carry a notebook along with you. By this, you can take down some important points that you feel and you can refer those points later. Do's while making a presentation. Practice your presentation. As I said before, practice makes man perfect. You should practice before presenting in front of your audience. Introduce yourself to the audience. Maintain eye contact with the audience. Use props, handouts, and videos for adding interest. Always ask if audience has any questions. Don'ts while making a presentation. Don't read word by word from your script. Don't read out loud from text bullet in your slide. Don't use complete sentence in your slide. Don't speak with too low or monotonous voice. Don't talk too fast and try to cram a 45 minutes presentation into a 30 minutes time gun pace. Here comes a final slide. Even you can add the FAQs if the topic is relevant means. End with a thank you slide so that the audience will be aware that it is the end of the session. They will also be ready to ask the question and hence any sort of clashes or confusions is there means that will be reduced. Dealing with the question. Get an idea that what kind of questions audience will be asking. If you have done the seminar or presentation means you will be having some idea, right? Like what kind of questions audience will be asking and all. So make a note of those questions and be prepared for answering them. What if I don't know the answer? Sometimes it will happen, but you should not be quiet on the stage. Or instead of that, you can do alternatively three things: open it to the floor, take details and answer them later, or repeat question back if you don't get these questions. Even you can do these things also. Nothing wrong is there in that. Here comes the last conclusion. Always prepare, channelize your fear, interact with your audience. Uh, so, how was the session on presentation? Surely, this session will be helpful to understand what are the things that you should do and what are the things that you should not do while doing a presentation. By using these concepts, you can make your presentation more beautiful and more powerful and present them in front of your audience. By this, you will get a good impression on you and your presentation. Thank you.
Okay, Ranjita. So your presentation was really good. So actually, our students, you people, once you come to 7th semester, no, so you have to prepare the slides for technical seminar, and 3 phases will be there for project, the project presentation, all those things. So your whatever the information given by Ranjita, it is really helpful for us and for our student. To present the technical seminars and all those things. So really thank you very much. Ranjita, your presentation was good.
Thank you.
Okay. So now we have 7th semester student, Niharika. Niharika, you there, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you can introduce yourself and please tell on which topic you are giving the presentation and you can continue.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yes,
am I audible, ma'am?
yes, yes.
Ma'am, can you share my PPT I have sent to you, ma'am?
One second. One second, Niharika.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, I'm sharing the screen now.
हाँ मैम. Ma'am.
One second, Niharika. My system is slow. 1 second. I'm just sharing the screen.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, fine.
I have shared the screen. It is visible, no?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you can go ahead.
Ma'am. Okay. Good morning, everyone. I think 10 minutes for going to good afternoon, but also good morning for everyone. I'm from 7 SEM ISC. I think you're senior. Today I'm going to give us some knowledge about or some helpful tips for motivation. I'm audible for everyone. Can anyone say yes?
Yes, you are audible, Niharika.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, today my topic is motivations. Do you know all about the motivation? But this is a need for some in now engineering because I think motivation some reason to give for life because motivation is a reason for people of actions means we are trying for many things. If we are not in that position, we are going to be like it's not up for us. If not for us, we will consider it as it won't for suit for us, but that motivation keep on going means you will be reached to that goal, no? So motivation is a reason for a people of action, willingness and goals. Motivation is derived from the word motive, which is defined as need that requires satisfactions. Means if you're thinking life, someone will think my life should be like this only. If you're not your life you're not reaching that goal means you will think it won't be successful. That point you're all some people, not all of you thinking like that only because I can give an example. Ma'am, next slide. Ha. See, in the motivation is a process of intonations, guides, and maintains goals oriented behaviors. It is cause you to act, whether it is getting a glass of water to reduce a thirsty or a reading of book to gain knowledge. Means when you are doing something, when you have tensions of like things, you'll think like, ma'am, it's not visible. I think so.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay, ma'am.
It is visible now. Yes, I have shared the screen.
Okay, it's visible. Um, I said no. If you're when you're tension, when you're think you're going for college at the time of 7:30. If you're not eaten anything means you're not haven't had your breakfast means you'll think for a while. I have not done my breakfast. It will think I have to do breakfast. Like no, you're being like that only. I have to do that. I have to do that. That things you're to do fast. That is called, I think, to read a books of a gainer knowledge. Ma'am, next page, ma'am. Uh,
I think going for this, I have to say one example. See, we are now 7th sem, so we have to have lots of work with placement, with internship, with project, technical, so many things. As we now, I have attended TCS, just all are attended TCS, but we are waiting for result. But we have to think, if I think I'll take personal myself only. If I'm not placed for TCS, means obviously something I'll feel sad, because we have done lot of work, we have did smart work or hard work, but we are not attaining, we are not able to get a place in that company, means we literally we feel bad, but we have to motivate ourselves only, because so many companies will be called by Katti Minister. We have to attend, no, we can attend, and we will got I think better than that company, no. So we have to motivate ourselves only, like in that only, not in something in placement only, not itself, in your life also. If you are not reaching that point, just motivate yourself and go and reach that until you will be success. That's the role of motivate myself, and I'm thinking to do that. If I now we can say types of motivate. Now personal motivates means rolling playing. It is a something individual learns by virtue of a role he or she is performing. For example, mother buying article for a baby means here is a one role. Why mother buy articles for a baby? She will but article means for a one example of life throughout. What can baby learn? That she thinks, if the baby can see or learn that article, means he can motivate. He can motivate. See that mother thinks he can or she can motivate my son or a daughter. Role playing means diversion. This is an activity to kill boredom or escape from routine events. Like you're going some example shopping. So girls may attracted for shopping. If you're going shopping, you some girls like mind thinking, shopping makes cool and excitement for girls. Are you considered with my point? Anyone can say? Anyone can interact with me? Hello? I think anyone can interact with me. Can you say yes or no? Hello?
Yes, students, please.
Can you interact with me? Just don't think this as a lesson or a topic. It's just a lifestyle of your to think. That's all. I think
Uh,
Aishwarya,
yes, Ellie or Varma,
Aishwarya or Nivedita
Disha.
or anyone.
Okay, Nikita, Niharika, you can continue.
Ha, ma'am. Okay. Ha, ma'am. Next, like that only, something should be motivate yourself. Don't be like don't sit far away like that only. Hey, my way is this only, I can't go up more than up. You, if you do smart work, don't say hard work, do smart work. Big smart work works easily, and you can go to your which you have to do work. Okay, learning about new trends means learning from new trends. I like activities that individual to keep them update of new words. Like example I give shopping at shopper stop, like means if you go on shopping means you'll think, oh, I can shop new trends, like in so many online, like Amazon, Flipkart, something. If you're going new trends or discount, you're going so excited. Oh, I got discount, I can shop new trends, new kurtas, like new jeans, new crop tops, like that only new trends, no. You go and motivate yourself, well, I can shop this, like this, no. That can also come point. Okay, next, sensor simulations means activities that are source of sensor gravitation to the consumer. Watching movies, like some movies, I think Netflix, do you all I think they all use Netflix and something else. But if you see series like something new, I think nowadays some all being at home, they'll see Netflix series. I think you'll motivate, like I have to be a hero like him. You think that is a motivation. keep on motivation on like that only, you know, giving on studies, you have to motivate yourself also. If you're one, I think if you got one back subject means don't be sad or don't be, yeah, I got back. No, if you have backlog means don't feel at only one backlog can person can make a company, or getting a only percentage or a more marks cannot be a ability. He can be a good and well settled on his future. Don't think like that all. If your knowledge and your goal should be a in a correct way or correct point, then you can be a very successful man or a woman. That is the reason for motivations. Ma'am, next page, ma'am. Next, social motivates means social experience. Like example, shopping gives the individual opportunity of making new friends or a meeting old friends, sharing and experiencing. Like when you are going on shoppings, individually, you have to shop individual, or else you have to, when you're like something means you have to like individual. I have to buy a cloth, I have to buy a dress to your individual opinions, like that only. Next, if you are going shopping, you can see and like something on that day you can coincidentally can you see your old friends or your relations, and if you become a new friends on that shopping, that give a new experience and give a new like thought, that can also social experience. And then next, social status and authority means motivates and prestige and authority. For example, shopping at a premium retail outlet will give a individuals of a very gravitative experience. Like retail means like if you're going for Max or something new brand shops, if you're seeing there are many cost exam brands means obviously there will be a cost. If you are retailing means you have any discounts about that, you will be so much like a yeah, this is very easy to buy. No, that status of an authority, your thinking status should be in a good way, that can help for your motivate. Pleasure of bargaining means shop gives them the excitements of buying product through a negations and bargaining. Like means if you go for Max or something shops means you have to can't bargain, because you have to, that is a fixed price you have to give. But in outside the shop, like you have going for market, you have to you will bargain, feel how much means 5 rupees 10, like. But in brand like Max, you have fixed price to give, no less or about 1 rupees, like that. So this is the difference between like, oh no, I can give that amount only. No, that can you see a pleasure of bargaining. Ma'am, next, ma'am. Process of motivation. This was a like thinking about your way, learning like unfulfilled needs, wants and desires, tensions, drive, behavior, goal, or a need for unfulfillment, and process and tension reductions. First, motivation that gives tension reduction. Because, ma'am, next page, ma'am. Because unfulfilled needs means we despite certain needs that are unfulfilled. For example, we haven't eat anything or drank anything for a few hours, so there would be a need for a food or water. If you are like I said, no, when you are going for college, some people or some many things we can't eat earlier, we are going time, we have to go. In your mind there is a thinking, I have to eat, I have not eaten anything, so this will be a tension. For tension reductions, we have to full our needs, we have to fulfill our needs in our thinking way, we have to fulfill our needs. That will be a relaxations and tension reduction. Ma'am, next, ma'am. Process of motivations like intention. For example, I've said that only tension arises from the where means when we have not fulfill our needs. For example, I said no more hours. Now we would to tensed out the hunger and thirsty. That need should be fulfilled the fast. Means we have to do that. We have hunger. That saying our stomach, I'm hunger, I have to eat something else. And we have to thirsty. I have to drink some water, anything else. But we have to fulfill that fast means we will be so many like tension relaxations, like reductions. Ma'am, next page, ma'am. Next, drive means tension leads to drive to take action towards a fulfillment of needs. If you are not done anything about that, what we are gain of tensions, my I said no, you are not like hunger like that. It leads to drive. Here, drive of hunger would be drive to search for an option available to fulfill the needs of food. Means we search of restaurant. If you're hunger, we are going outside. I'm very hunger. I have to some food. Means you're searching for restaurant or something else to fulfill our hunger like that much. Ma'am, next, ma'am. Learning cognitive process. This is a process of thinking process, that is a rational thinking process. For example, we would see that which restaurant and food type would should choose, which should fall in our budget and satisfies the hunger as well. Because everyone had not rich born as rich kids, no. So if we went for any restaurant, means we can't buy everything what we have in the menu. As we know, we will see budget, like how much how much budget, in that budget how tasty food can be eaten. We will see like that. If we are satisfying that budget and we eat and fulfill our hunger, means that is the best motivation. Because why not, if we capable of maintaining our personal thing, then you can easily can go your reach your goal with any depressions or any sadness. I next, ma'am. Next, behavior means this is a very important for every person, that one person can identify your behavior with your actions and something. This is an action stage where a very final take the action. This is a final actions. Why means, for example, we would go to the restaurant and have food. Means this is a behavior. If you're when we go to restaurant, means we have to have to food, not for shopping. No, this main behavior. We have to think our behavior. We are giving something else or we are going for anywhere, means we have to see what we have to do. That is the most common thing for every person. Ma'am, next. I think fulfillment of goals or needs. Here, the individual satisfy being as need in fulfilled. For example, after having food, your hunger is going on and we are satisfied. If you have your food, will still hunger is gone. I think your hunger is gone means you are satisfied. I think you'll be able to go for, you're able to satisfy your hunger. Means if you have food still on hunger, means there is no thinking, hey, I have to food, I have to drink water. That is not a good thing. If you are done with your hunger gone, means you are satisfied, means that can be okay, I'm satisfied, I can do next this fulfillment or goal. Ma'am, next, ma'am. Next, ma'am. Tension reduction. As I said, this is a main thing for when you're going for interview or something else. This is a tension for every person. We are on exams or on I think in lab or something in performance. As I take one another example, when we are go for Malika as a first year, we are going to practice like dance competitions, like culture. We are going to practice lots of practice. We win or loss, but we have practice, we have participants there, no one all cannot go for the or on this stage. No, if we have done, we have that satisfactions. Oh, I have performed there 2 times 3 times. For everyone there is a opportunity. Some people will take that opportunity. I have taken that opportunity, no. I can motivate like that only for myself. This is the main thing for motivations. Ma'am, next, ma'am. Needs of motivation for every person. This levels means they can reach, means they'll be a they can reach the goal from themselves. High level of performance, they should be a very active persons, like not lazy. I'm also lazy, but we have to active in everything. If you're activing, and we have to active in every high level performance, like if you are in education, if you are in culture, you're in technical, non-technical, you have to be in performance everything. Next, low employee turnover means low employee turnover means if you are went to anything job essence like companies, low means your work should be on incorrect. When there is a project, then you have to you have to submit, you have to done your work. That should be no, that should be done. If you're not done that, low employee power turnover means your work would be lower. Acceptance of organization change, you have to accept what your what someone gives, you have to accept, because that is a life. If you're not acceptance means you cannot reach the goal. And organizational image means you have to image what I'm doing, what I'm going to do. That should be an organizational. I think this have been done. And social needs means social needs from your side means, example, desire to be high regards means you have to be a very important with the social or means you have to be desired and high regards. And non-social needs means rest, emotions and individuality. Like means you have to not rest. As you know, social always needs something from something from us. We have to give, not to be an individual, not a rest. Functional needs means cars with various functional benefits. For examples, if you are one person can buy a car like a another person cannot, but his functional, like his car functionals with a various benefits he can do. Symbolic needs means inclination towards branded items. Some people are mostly close to branded items. Like one person can buy a branded things, other person can't. He could not say I'm branded for everything. Only there is a brand for everything, for clothes and for everything, but no brand for person or everything. Person are same, he can't say I'm branded. No, everyone are same. Hedonic needs, example, sensor needs like a perfumes means you have to be on perfume, not nothing but forget. Like how means if you are doing something that smells like a, yeah, I'm doing good, like no, that. Ma'am, I think done, ma'am. Thank you for everyone giving me opportunity. Thank you, ma'am, Asha ma'am. And I think hope you all done with this, and thank you for giving me opportunity, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Niharika. Thank you to you also. Your presentation was good. And thank you all. It's already time up, so you can leave the meeting now. Thank you all. Thank you, Niharika, once again. I'll talk to you later.
Ha, ma'am.